So we all know this guy knows how to recruit, but there's rumors out there and conversation that Oklahoma could try to land a second 5-star within a week, within a 7-day span. Blasphemy. It's ridiculous. Or is it? I've got questions. I've also got thoughts. So y'all know we got to talk about it because, it's recruiting news and it's Sooner information. So let's dive into it. But first, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank y'all for pulling up to the channel. Let's dive into the Dominick McKinley recruitment as his decision is coming up here on Friday, and it appears to be at 3:30. So it's going to be before his game, and he's going to make a decision of where he wants to go play ball. And so there's a lot of players in this, and over the last week, I know y'all have seen a ton of YouTube videos about this going around, and I've kept quiet for a reason. There's way too much speculation and very little true facts falling down. And I'm even saying that at the insider level. I've read a few articles around this and it's crazy. So let's dive into Dominick himself. We'll, of course, have some film running while we talk about this big man. And we're going to talk about the chances the Sooners have at actually landing him, because I think it's better than what you think. So let's dive into that, shall we? First and foremost, y'all know what I like to do. I like to drop the measurables around here. We're looking at Dominick McKinley, 6'5", about 280. He is a consensus 5-star on On3, number 22 player in the nation. If you go consensus, 247 has them as their 31st best player in the country as a 5-star, but their composite still has him as a 4 because he's around 38th in the country based upon the average of all of the sites. And so overall, for the most part, everybody considers this dude a 5-star defensive lineman, and they think by the end of the season, he'll be a 5-star defensive lineman. So we're going to say he's a 5-star defensive lineman. Out of Acadiana High School in Lafayette, Louisiana. So he's a Louisiana boy. And what makes everything interesting about this is that when you go to all the recruiting sites, everybody's got a different really look as to who they really think the leader is. And so as far as predictions and such. So Texas is the assumed leader of Dominick right now. I've seen some future casts put in the last few days over at Rivals. You got 2 future casts in there. 247 has dropped a crystal ball on him. And I haven't seen an actual prediction come down the line from On3, but overall, for the most part, it appears that he is considered going to Texas. But then this entire week, everything went down. And it appears that there are 4 players in this game, legitimate players. Texas A&M, Ohio State, and the one that only one place I've seen actually mention is Oklahoma. And nobody else is mentioning Oklahoma whatsoever. And so what I do know about Dominick and his family is that they are very quiet folks, very religious. One article I read stated that he went to more religious camps than he did football camps over the summer. Should tell you enough about him, right? And so because of that, there's a lot of moving parts when it comes to where he would prefer to go to school. So culture-wise, people wondering why would he go to A&M? A&M is not a culture fix. That's an NIL fit. You go there for money. It appears that Texas A&M may be up there in the top. I've seen on Twitter someone mention that Ohio State was a destination. Then I'm seeing a bunch of posts about Oklahoma. And the one that has intrigued me the most is that the rumor that's going around Twitter right now, or X, or whatever they call it nowadays, is that he's going to have a particular coach there at his ceremony, which is potentially this guy, Todd Bates. Todd Bates going there on a Friday for a 3:30 ceremony. It's about an 8-hour drive from Norman to go watch him commit, but not being sure if he's coming to Oklahoma intrigues me. And so this rumor has been floating around. I have not been able to confirm anything on it as to if he's actually going to go. I mean, I think some other pundits may have talked about this, but I am still in the dark on that because Bates going out there and the kid not committing to Oklahoma is fascinating. And the fact that this conversation about Bates going and no other insider outside of maybe Oklahoma insiders are talking about it doesn't pass the smell test for me. And I know that the McKinleys are super quiet, so I'm curious to if any information is actually getting out. But y'all have watched this film go. This dude's a monster, top player in the state of Louisiana, and so he's one you definitely want to have on your team. I believe he's one of those players that could be an additional game changer on top of a player like David Stone. And we know Stoney went immediately into recruitment mode the moment he committed because he saw him sending messages at him on tweets at him. We don't keep it at that. He was sending tweets at Dominick McKinley, and Dominick McKinley basically retweeted his commitment, with the eyes. Everybody's been making statements since David Stone made his commitment. And we knew that was going to happen. And so as we watch in this terrain and the way the tea leaves are going, it's fascinating to see and try to understand what exactly is McKinley actually thinking? Does anyone actually know? That is kind of where I'm at and where I'm thoroughly confused at where anyone really believes to have any confidence. So hop in the comments. Let me know. How do you feel about Dominick McKinley? Do you think that he's going to land in Oklahoma? I'm truly intrigued by your all's thoughts. I mean, my comment section has been blowing up with all kinds of speculation and questions, and so many people have gotten so much information thrown out. Look, if you join the Discord, you can see the picture below me as well as the link in the description. We're talking about that there. And there's a lot of information flowing through there from people that's just finding out stuff, like I said, on social media or even insiders. They find the information and they're filtering it through. So we got a lot of eyes on this. But the question I'm still trying to understand is, if Oklahoma truly is a player, why aren't we hearing about Oklahoma more? Why isn't there more chatter outside of Sooner circles that Todd Bates could potentially be there? I don't know. It doesn't pass the smell test for me, but I say this about McKinley. He would be a fantastic get. I feel like he's more icing on the cake of foundation we have with David Stone. We're crossing our fingers on Nigel Smith. We hope Ohio State doesn't win that battle. And then you throw in the local boy, Daniel Okoye. We hope that piece goes in with Jaden Jackson and Wyatt Gilmore. You bring those five together, you've got yourself a special defensive class in which three of them could easily finish as 5 stars and 2 of them will easily be 4 stars. Could check up the line even higher. We watched Jaden Jackson play in that game. Y'all saw how disruptive he is. Still trying to figure out why he's rated so low, but semantics, biases, whatever. But anyway, I want to know it from you. I'll hop in the comments. Tell me how y'all feel about that. What is your thoughts around McKinley coming to Oklahoma? If you've made it this far and you like this video and you like the channel, hit the like button. And if you're new, subscribe. We'd love to have you join us. College football's flowing. I do a weekly video that I premiere in the mornings. Just talking ball. We'll recap each week as well as some thoughts on the upcoming week. May try to add one to the Friday rotation, but just got to get that editing time in, baby. It's a lot of work. I try to make sure I give y'all the best looking product possible. So I thank you all. I just want to make sure y'all understand how much I appreciate the subscriptions, appreciate the love on social media. Y'all follow me on Twitter. Y'all can see where to follow us there. I'm heavy on the Unfair Sports account. That's where I'm the busiest, when I'm not working and traveling for work. But outside of that, we're doing our thing. So YouTube says to watch one of these videos. I highly recommend it. We'll be live tonight. If you watch this video, we'll be live. So join us. We love to chop it up with you. And with that, see you on a day or two. Actually, in a couple hours. Peace.